Good good morning, everybody, and welcome to the today's Restaurant News Networking Group. Today is February the 7th, 2025. I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of today's Restaurant News, and we are a group of vendors who are here to help each other grow our business. And also, we position ourselves as experts in the field who can help any restaurant owner, manager, chef who might have an issue or a problem with their business that they'd like to discuss. And if that's the case, give us a call at 561 620 8888 or give us a visit at our website at trnusa.com. And we have a YouTube channel with over 400 videos on it. And if you'd like to take a look at that, you can access it through our website at trnusa.com. At the top of the page, there's a tab that says YouTube. Click on that, and it'll take you right to it. Terry, are you looking up in the sky?
Always. That's where everything happens.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Morning.
As I mentioned before, I want to put Andrews together with Joe. I think that'll be a good position for both of you. And welcome, Linda.
Good to be here. A lively group this morning.
Really?
Well, since Linda, since you're the newest person here, I'm going to ask you to tell us who you are, what you do, and how we can reach you.
Did you direct that towards me, Howard?
I did, Linda.
Okay, sorry. It cut out right there. So my name's Linda Lewis. The company is Cash Overlooked, and I help business owners find that cash that is being overlooked, and I show business owners how to double their net profit in less than 3 hours without spending a dime on marketing or increasing sales volume. Most business owners focus on increasing their revenue, and that's wrong. I'm going to show you how to increase your profit because it's profit that feeds your family. Most business owners think that you can't build revenue without building profit or profit without building revenue. They get it all mixed up. And so we sort that out, develop a strategy that's actually going to increase the profit so that you have more money in your pocket. Happy to meet with anybody. We can do a 10-minute call to see if it even makes sense to have a longer conversation. But we develop the exact growth strategies to grow the business and generate more profit for your business in the shortest amount of time and with no extra marketing or advertising costs. So if you'd like to meet with me, I'll show you exactly how I can do that for your business.
Okay. And how do we reach you?
You can reach me at my website, cashoverlook.com. There is a calendar link right there. Or you can give me a call, 740-516-2468.
Okay. Hold on one second. Let's go to Joe. Joe Leach, welcome back.
Hey guys, happy to be back. My name's Joe Leach. I'm representing Restaurant City. I'm out of our Pompano Beach location here in Pompano Beach, Florida. Restaurant City, we've got 5 locations, 3 in the Northeast in Connecticut, Rhode Island, and New Jersey, and then 2 down here in Florida, here in Pompano Beach and Sarasota. We are a restaurant equipment superstore, kind of a one-stop shop. We've got a massive warehouse with over 20,000 square feet of restaurant equipment. We try to combine the best of both worlds in terms of the inventory and availability of some of the online retailers you see, but the in-person customer service and expertise of a local dealer. So we kind of meet those two in the middle, and we provide refrigeration, cookware, metal products, kitchen appliances to our customers.
How do we reach you?
You can reach me on my cell phone at 850-687-3612. And that's 850-687-3612. My email address is joeleach@restaurantcity.com. I'll go ahead and put those on the group chat as well. And if you're in the area in Pompano, please come swing by. I'd be happy to give you a tour of our warehouse and kind of brainstorm on how we might be able to work together to grow our businesses.
I know you don't get involved with used equipment. You have sources for that.
Well, we don't do any used equipment. There are some other local dealers in the area. It can kind of be a headache sometimes when you're dealing with secondhand problems, stuff that's not covered by warranty. We do every once in a while bring in some floor display specials or scratch and dent specials. So it's still new equipment, but at a reduced price point. So sometimes we have those options available as well.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you. And I'm going to let Andrew go now so that you'll understand why I said what I said before. Go ahead, Andrew. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Andrew. I am the owner along with my dad, Mel. Sometimes Mel is here at the meetings, if whichever one of us can make it. So sometimes you'll see me, sometimes you'll see my dad, Mel. He's the one that wears the chef's hat. Although he's not the chef, I'm the chef. Um, and we are the owners of the Concord Grape Pie Company. And the way that came to be is we owned a vineyard in upstate New York where we grew Concord grapes for 40 years. And so we're experts in Concord grapes. And we decided about 6 months ago to start making pies out of the Concord grapes down here in Florida. I live in Coconut Creek, and the kitchen is in Tamarack. And my wife and I bake the pies. And so we've just started selling about 2 months ago, and we primarily have been selling just to get out of the gates to at farmers markets around the area. I think we're in 4 farmers markets now, in Delray and in Boca, in Hollywood, Florida. There's a big one called Yellow Green, and then one up in Loxahatchee near West Palm Beach. And and it's happy to say it's been going really well, and the pies have been accepted, fabulously. And so that's been pretty successful doing it that way. But we're also interested in selling them. We have a nice website that we could sell our pies e-commerce. And somebody mentioned Goldbelly before. I've applied to be on the Goldbelly website, and they responded. I had to send pictures and a few things, and they want me now to videotape my process of shipping. How would I go ahead and ship a pie? And so they want to see all that. And so yeah, we also have the website where we would ship nationwide. Um, and then I and then when I get a chance, I've been trying to speak to restaurant owners, so the restaurants could carry our pies as well. And so yeah, so that's the Concord Grape Pie Company. My phone number is 315-651-2684, and the email is concordgrapepie@gmail.com.
Is that also the website?
The website's a little longer. It's the whole name. It's the Concord Grape Pie Company.com. The Concord Grape Pie Company.com.
Thank you.
Talk
You're
about
welcome.
R of the pies, the peanut butter.
Yeah. We have some variations of the Concord grape pie. We have 3 of them. We have the classic pie, which is just the filling and the crust. We call that the double crust. We have a crumble top. We have a Concord crumble top. And then we have a peanut butter and grape pie as well. A version of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in a pie.
After the thing, I'll send an email to you and well, once I get your email address from Howard, I know one of the owners of Lindberger's in Delray,
Okay.
and actually he's looking for another restaurant. And so you can talk to him. I can't guarantee he'll buy any, but you can
No
certainly.
guarantees. I understand. Yeah. Well, thank you for that connection. Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, great. Say hi to your dad.
I
And
will.
let's go to Jeremy. Good morning.
Hey guys, how are you? Nice to meet you, Joe and Andrew. Met quite a few of you already. Nice to meet you, Linda. Um, so I'm with Worksite PEO. We do payroll, benefits, work comp, and HR. So we help you mitigate risk through safety programs, reduce liability through using our workers' comp and state unemployment number. We're a PEO. And then we do that all with a white glove touch, and we provide a benefits platform that you can offer your employees at no cost to you. Where we really specialize is in the restaurant industry, which is why I'm here. 46% of our clients are restaurants. So that's what we do. We do the FICA tip tax credit for them at absolutely no cost. We don't take a cut. We don't charge a filing fee. We give it back to them as 100% invoice credit throughout the year. So they get to realize actual cash back into their business throughout the year instead of waiting at the end of the year through their CPA to just hopefully have it offset their taxes, right? So we give them real cash to work and create some margin throughout the year by reducing or getting rid of entirely their payroll expense and hopefully a lot of their workers' comp. I'm looking to meet, small chains of restaurants, 3 to 4 locations, up to 20, or even standalones are fine. Restaurants aren't our number one business. That's not to say we don't help manufacturing. That's not to say we don't help, concrete companies, people in the trades, but restaurant is our niche. And we just do a really good job. I love being here at Worksite. So, I think that goes a long way. If people love working here, then you're probably going to get some pretty good service. My phone number is 904-295-5110. I cover all of North Florida from Daytona up all the way over to the Panhandle in South Georgia. So I've got quite a big, and I'm trying to break into Atlanta. So I've got kind of a big territory. And my email is Jeremy, Jeremy, at worksiteemployee.com. It's a long email. I apologize, but it's Jeremy at worksiteemployee.com. And I hope to be working with some of you soon, or hopefully passing referrals back and forth. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Herb, good morning.
You're on mute.
Still
You're
on
on mute,
mute.
Herb.
I'm rambling on. I apologize. Good morning, everybody. Herb Denmark. I'm the owner and founder of MSI, Merchant Services International. Been doing this for 31 years. We're in a unique position now where we're giving away POS systems and offering dual pricing to all of our prospective merchants where they don't pay any fees any longer. It gets passed along to the customer, which has become a very successful promotional opportunity for them to save a tremendous amount of money, put it back in their pocket. This is my third time on with this group, and every single time I'm just blown away with all of you and the opportunity that is in front of all of us. It just seems like it's incredible. You can reach me at 610-721-2793. And my email is herb@merchserve.com, MERCHSERVE. And I can't get to all of you fast enough. I'm really looking forward to being part of this group.
You are. Great. Thank you. And I recommend you get in touch with Joe as well, because he comes in touch, he's the one talking to people building restaurants. Perfect timing for you.
Ideal. Thank you. Thank you.
And let's go to Ed Gorton. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ed Gerton with Seco Sales, and Seco Sales has been around for 17 years doing restaurant work. Before that, I was primarily in heavy plate fabrication and sheet metal. So it has a lot to do with a restaurant. Anyway, yeah, we build everything out of steel. Anyway, we're a Seco Sales. We're located in Orange Park, Florida. We're a restaurant supply company. We specialize in frozen dessert equipment. So we have soft serve machines from Carpigiani. We have batch freezers from BGI Enterprises and Carpigiani. We have display cases through ESA and IFI and GTI Design. We have blast freezers, mixed treat machines, drink machines from V-Air. And you can reach me at 904-334-4489 and have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Brian, good morning.
Morning, everybody. Brian with Rogue Financial Group. We are a commercial equipment financing company. We've been around several years, and I primarily focus on the hospitality side, which is restaurants, breweries, bars. Do a lot with the convenience store side. Again, we do small, large projects. We work with startups. And again, we're a commercial equipment financing company. I work with the end user, and I also work with distributors that, provide financing to their clients. I work all over the country. And again, I'm Brian with Rogue Financial Group. It's 404-723-7222. And one other thing, maybe Chris will remember this place on Buford Highway, but there used to be a Kmart at 285 and Buford Highway. It is going to be a new Avalon, like an Avalon, which is up on 400. I just saw the rendering of it. It's going to be pretty good size. It's kind of across the way from where the studios are. So everybody watch out for that, and it's going to be a big development there. Again, Brian with the Rogue Financial Group.
It seems like everything is going through Joe today. Brian and Joe hook up together. Brian can offer you customers financing.
Fantastic. Yes, absolutely.
This is the Joe Show. Okay, let's
There's a
go.
sale right there.
Chris, you're up.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman, Restaurant All Stars, 404 All Star. And then I, somewhat of a relation with Joe, he mentioned that sometimes he has scratch and dent specials. And looking at the resumes of some of these characters who've had 4 jobs since Easter last year, that would qualify for a scratch and dent special for those type of people.
I can't
But
laugh.
we are Restaurant All Stars. We primarily provide restaurant talent, salaried situations throughout the United States. Most of the work southeastern United States. We just placed a chef with a catering company, and this was a great opportunity for the chef because he had been with a chain restaurant, a nice chain called Marlowe's Tavern, which is a very good company. And you learn a lot of systems, learn a lot of organization, but you are never tapped in for your creativity because they have all the recipe cards already done. Thank you very much. Just execute it and you'll be fine. And he did that for about 4 years. And then I told him about this opportunity with this catering company where he could really leverage his creativity and really have an influence on the business, much more so than his present situation. And he accepted it, and he's off to the races, and he just started, and we're excited for him. And that's the kind of work that we do, is provide talent for companies that are looking to upgrade their human capital, if you will. So Chris Kaufman, restaurantallstars.com, making recruiting great again. And so at if and one thing, if you can't remember Restaurant All Stars, maybe you could remember the number 404-255-7827, 404 All Star. And of course, at all times, references available on request.
Thank you. And Let's go to Steve. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Steve Whitehill. I'm a business broker. I help people buy and sell businesses of all sorts. I have, just to give you an example of what's available, I have a steak restaurant in Miami that does about $3 million in sales, and the owner puts in his pocket about 315,000, and you can buy that for just under $1 million. With an SBA loan, you can probably buy that for with as little as $100,000 in cash. This restaurant has a 4COP license, which is nice. It's got all the furniture, fixtures, and equipment you would expect in a restaurant. It's nice. It's a 5-year-old restaurant, and it's been operating for 5 years. It's got 8 full-time employees, 4 part-time, and 2 managers ready to step in and go and make some money.
So it's not scratch and dent.
Well, scratch and dent, you only know once you look at it. You can never tell for sure. But hopefully not. Um, and but Chris brings out a good point, actually. He didn't mean to, but he did. The truth is that that um, restaurant, the opportunity is that you're buying an existing operating business that you don't have to worry. When I say you don't have to worry about it, you have to run it correctly. But the advantage of buying an existing business, it's operating, it's making money day one, as opposed to starting on it from scratch. And now you have to figure it out, and it's not only investment of setting it up, which is significant, but it's also the investment in time till the thing makes money. So there's it probably takes a better part of anywhere from 6 months to 3 years for any business to really make money so that you can make a living out of it. So buying an existing business is a really superior approach if you want. That's what you want to do. Anyway, Steve Whitehill, Anchor Business Brokers. You can reach me at 561-376-7500, and my email address is steve@anchorbb.com.
Steve, I asked
Question, Steve.
somebody.
That's the owner actually still work in the business, or he's
Once it's sold, the owner doesn't work. What's interesting is the owner doesn't spend a lot of time there. He only works about 10 hours a week, which is I never believe what the owner says in terms of how much he works, but
right.
10 hours, if it's even close to being true, it's being run absentee and being run successfully. So, it's there are all sorts of opportunities.
Why is he exiting? Do you know?
Well, I do, and he says other business interests, but I never pay any attention to that. I know that may sound strange because everybody wants to know why they're selling. It's like when you buy a house, why is the guy selling his house? And the analogy I use is when you buy a house and you ask that question, the owner never tells you the neighbors are noisy and the house is falling down. And so I don't put any stock into what the reason for sale is. The real question is, why do you want to buy the business? It's really on you. You have to do your due diligence and make sure that it works for you.
Steve, I ask you this question every couple of months. Recently, we've seen in the news about all these restaurant chains going out of business. So all these locations are going to be available. Have you seen an uptick in that type of market? Are you approaching that market?
No, no. Primarily, it's not that I don't do any commercial real estate. I do some, but I don't. It's not my primary focus. I don't go out and seek it. I look for businesses and for sale, and it's the businesses, the real estate's associated with the business, the operational business that I'm looking for. Or if it's a business that for some reason is going out of business, then I deal with that as well.
Yeah, maybe I should ask Azalea. She probably has more contact with that.
Mhm.
All right, before you end, thank you, Steve. How's real estate in the Orient? We'll get back.
It's really kind of that's a discussion. So it was shocking actually on many levels. It's shocking being interesting, not shocking being um, gee, the world's coming to an end.
He just got back from a 3-week trip to Asia, so that's why I threw
Yeah.
that in.
Yeah. So I'll be glad to share that with anybody after after the primary focus of the meeting.
Before I introduce Haji, I want to just mention to Andrew, we have somebody in our 11 o'clock group who has a machine that ties bakery boxes. Like you might have met him, John.
I've seen him before. Yeah.
All right. Before you make that video uh, for that company, talk to John because that may help you.
Okay. All right. I hope I get to that point where I need a machine to wrap up, to box the pies.
Once you see this machine, you'll want one. Trust me.
Oh, I'll tie it on my finger. All right. To
You'll do
remind me to buy the machine.
And Haji is back with us. Good morning, Haji.
Good morning, everybody. I'm glad to be back. I was under the weather last Friday though, a little bit, but I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be back. My name is Haj Bakari. I'm the owner of Bakari's Pizza in Southwest Atlanta, but I'm also an AI strategist that help local businesses, especially restaurants, integrate AI into their business. Now, lately, everybody's been talking about AI agents. The question is, what are AI agents? For example, like me, think about running your business. Any small business, especially restaurants. In my case, I use these AI agents to help me run my business. You're busy, you're trying to follow up with emails, you can follow up with your reviews automatically. You're missing sales opportunity because you have inbound calls coming. But as restaurant owners, we just wear too many hats and we really don't have the ability to take care of all the stuff. And then the next thing you know, we're getting bogged down with the mundane stuff when we went into restaurant to really take care of customer and serve good food. Boom. And then something happens. In the middle of all that overwhelm, you'll hire a new assistant. But here's the thing. The new assistant is not a human being. It's an AI agent. Now, this AI agent has the ability to help you in a lot of ways because now they can think, they can take action on your behalf, and they can do a lot of stuff without you lifting a finger. They can answer questions, they can answer FAQs, they can schedule your appointment on your behalf, they can write your entire email sequence, and they can do all of that automatically. A lot of customers are actually using that. Like I use that in my business right now. And so that's what I do. I help businesses use AI to have fair advantage on their customers. I also own Bakari's Pizza. I can be reached if anybody's curious about AI and how they can literally automate some of this stuff that's going on in their business so they can have more time back. Reach out to me. I can be reached at 404-998-4773. I can also be reached at hello@tchmedia.ai.
Haji, I'm online a lot during the day, and I'm not sure if it's on Facebook or on Instagram, but I see these ads for uh, for people somehow involved with AI, and they're talking about prospecting for customers using AI. Is that something you can talk to?
Prospecting customers using AI. It's a whole bunch of different ways you can prospect for customers using AI. The way you can do it is on social media. I usually tell people one of the best to prospect for customers automatically is to set up the AI and then give away something of value on social media as a call to action. For example, 10 is to save $10,000 on your next restaurant purchase, go ahead and click where or download this information, and then I'm gonna send you this guide. And then once they download information, then the AI is gonna follow and pre-qualify them. That's something that you would normally that you would do. But then the AI will follow and pre-qualify them and book them on your calendar. It's one way you can do it.
The, the the uses of AI are coming at us so quickly now that, that there's a good opportunity for somebody to write it all down or come up with a program as a consultant to.
For example, in my business, I have an AI agent that I name Amina. Amina intercepts at least 10 calls a day. Because the way we have it set up is that when someone calls the phone at the restaurant and it rings 4 times and no one picks up, the AI picks up. When the AI picks up, say, "Hey, thanks for calling Bakari's. How can we help you today?" And it engages the customer. Now, this is what would have happened normally. You call 4 times and no one picks up, and you hang up on the voicemail and then go to the competitor. Now you're getting some engagement with the possibility of still closing the deal. And that's why it usually happens with us. For example, like Amina would just, talk to them and then say, "Hey, are you ready to order? If you're ready, I can send you the menu right now." And they say yes, and the AI just text them the menu, and they go and place their order online, and it prints directly to the kitchen. That's another way it has been used right now.
How is it printed in the kitchen as a text message?
Well, we have at our restaurants, at most restaurants, you have these links to your virtual menu where people can click and then place an order online. Oh yeah, that's very common. Whether it's Uber Eats or DoorDash or Chow Now, and you click and they go online and they place the order, and now order goes to the POS and then goes and then filter off directly to the kitchen. Now, when they engage in with the AI bot, the AI agent will say, "Hey, are you ready to order?" And when they say yes, then the AI bot will say, "Well, hang on one sec, let me send you the menu real quick." And then they text them back the menu, and then they place their orders. Like I said, we at least 3 to 4 to 5 calls a day where people are actually placing their orders online to come to the restaurant, and we're talking about orders that would have been completely missed because, restaurants makes about 40, 30 to 40% of their inbound calls just because people are busy. Sometimes people are really, really busy. It's really busy, places loud, people are eating, the phone's ringing. You just can get to everything at the same time. An AI agent can actually help you do that.
Hey, Haji,
Yes.
I'm just curious, is there any way for if a customer calls in and they're interacting with the AI, could the AI actually take an order and put it in for them, or is it going to just direct them to the website? Because, like, say that they're driving and they're not able to get on their phone, is there any way that they can still place the order with this AI application?
So here's the thing. That's a really, really good question. Unfortunately, right now, for an AI to have an ability to actually take all of those orders, you will have to integrate it into every POS system. And
Sure.
that has not happened. I'm thinking in the next 6 months we will get there. But for now, it gauges and it answer all the questions. For example, do you have, gluten-free pizza? It would be really nice. It upsells them. It tells them how to compare everything. But then after that, it has to A, send them a link, or B, if they request a manager or a person, it forwards them the fully set up that. If the person said, "No, I won't talk to an AI agent, I speak to a manager," it forwards the call, to a manager or the business owner. But now that's a really, really good question. Does that have the ability to literally take, the entire order online because it's not integrated into the POS system as of yet? Still working on that.
Haji, I got a question too.
Hmm.
Is would it be possible for the AI agent, while I'm spending my day baking pies, that they could send emails to potential restaurants that I think would be good for my pies for the that explains who I am and what am I all about, sends the website for the purpose of setting up an appointment for me to then go in person and speak to the right person, the owner, the manager, the chef. And, I'm not expecting the AI agent to get the sale, but could they send an email trying to set up an appointment for me?
Andrew, that's actually one of the places where the AI agent actually shines, having the ability to send those emails so
Hmm.
they can pre-qualify people. I'm gonna give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, I'm at this conference, and a lady comes in, and there's about 1,000 entrepreneurs, and then she comes in, she's eating some pecan or pecan, depending where you're from. And then the host is like, "Lady, what are you eating?" She said, "Man, I'm eating these, pecan pies. These are homemade. I'm actually selling them." And then the host is like, "Okay, well, come on stage. If they're really good, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to pitch to everybody, and tell them how great your pies are." And she comes on stage and he tries the pie. He say, "Yo, these are actually really great." And then the host is like, "Well, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you." Now, this is your classic small business story. She said, "Hey, I'm going to be sitting by the ladies' room at the table. Come support." Well, only 10 people actually went to the ladies' room and supported her, but there was a whole bunch of people in the room. So one of the things that I told her after the conference was like, look, if you were working together, I would have told you to be bold and have a call to action that say, everybody in the room, lift up your phone, go ahead and text the word pecan to 404-998-4773, and everybody gets a free sample. Usually, when you do that and you give away something, I mean, everybody gets saying. As a matter of fact, the only people in our room that would not text back will be people who have nut allergies. So then you pre-qualify, people who are actually engaged in the one-year stuff. And then after they come, the way the system works, you give them the free pies, and once they consume the free pie or they get the coupon, the system will come back and say, well, now I have two different kinds of pecan. I got the chocolate coated and I got the caramel. You can buy two and get 50% off the third one. The system will actually upsell them for you in the case of Sabrina. So the same thing with you, you can actually do that to you. Send a pre-qualification email, but my recommendation is that you give them something of value. You can just say, yo, come buy my pie. Send out free samples, coupons, do something. So once they get that, and the email will tell you, you have the ability to say who opened it and who collected the coupon. Then you can follow up with them. You can either call them or follow up with them with your calendar so they can book. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll call you off
Okay,
the note. Yeah.
sure.
IGBA, man.
Right. I'm here to
That's
help.
that right now. That's the growing industry right now. That's something you see all over the social media and the internet right now. There's all different applications for that. And I know I asked this question a couple of weeks ago and we discussed it. Once AI gets integrated into robotics, uh, it's going to be really interesting. And I know they're getting close to it now.
Yeah, but AI in the next 3 to 5 years is going to create 97 billion jobs, but 85 is going to go away. So there's still going to be a net positive. And industry is going to go away. As a matter of fact, for the first time, every time there's a disruptive technology, um, stuff happen. Industries go away and all of that. But this time, the industry is going to go away. The fastest is going to be blue collar industries, like accounting, like software engineers, because AI the last benchmark is that AI has the ability to code as good as the top 200 coders in the world right now. I mean, that's an industry I used to work in Silicon Valley. Back in the day, you tell people like the key to financial success is to be a programmer. Now the AI is going to do all the programming. So that industry is set to be disrupted. So in the next 3 to 5 years, it's going to be a lot of its disruption. But it's going to start with white collar jobs.
No, you bring up a good point. I'm going to be at NAFEM in a couple of weeks up in Atlanta, and I'm going to be very interested to see the last show in Orlando 2 years ago had a lot of robotics in it. So I'm going to be interested to see how much AI is involved in the robotics they show up. They test on the floor up there. It'll be interesting to see. It really will.
Yeah.
Right. And is this in Atlanta? Is it going to be an AI robotics show?
Yeah,
No.
NAFEM is the National Association of Food Equipment Manufacturers, or something like that.
Oh,
And
yeah, I got to be at that.
they had the last show in Orlando 2 years ago, because the show's every 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
They had an awful lot of robotics where they were washing dishes, they were stacking dishes, they were pouring product, they were serving product, they were cooking stuff, they were moving stuff, they were doing all of it. So it'll be interesting to see how AI gets integrated in that show, because I guarantee it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, it's probably going to be there. Oh, definitely. I'd like to know some more details about that show. See if I can. I mean, if you're in town, definitely reach out to me, man, so we can link up.
Yeah, it's NAFEM. It's at the
World Congress Center.
World Congress Center.
It's a well, yeah, that's literally right down the. What I mean, World Congress Center or Georgia Convention Center?
World Congress Center.
World Congress Center is right next to the airport.
Well, that's where it is, and it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. No, sorry, it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the last couple of days of February.
Okay, good.
Hey, Joe. I'm not Joe. I mean, Ed.
Yeah.
If you look on the floor plan, there's a bunch of robotic companies that are going to be there.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Joe,
Yes.
are you going to NAFEM?
You're on mute, Joe. Mute.
Can't hear you, Joe.
On mute. It's okay.
You're not. Oh, we can't hear you. That's funny. Wonder.
There you go.
No.
Well, Brian, mention the cutoff dates for the $50 bag.
Well, the cutoff date was the 5th for $50, but now after that it's 150.
You can still go. Yes.
You still can go, but yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting. I'm gonna be there Wednesday and Thursday. I'm gonna see customers on Friday and Tuesday on my way there. But I am really interested in all the new stuff that comes out, because 2 years ago, Frankie's had his huge demonstration there of a remote kitchen where they put everything on a conveyor belt, so it would automatically go through drive-in windows, where they had 3 and 4 drive-in windows, and automatically would go to the different windows depending on how the order was placed. So I'm interested to see how all that works out. I really am, how all that kind of stuff.
But real quick, Ed, if you look on that map, there's a lot of like China, and there's, I think, Turkey, and there's some other.
Turkey's always there.
They're going to have different areas where I guess equipment's coming from that area, or the vendors are, or the manufacturers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Turkey always has their own separate area where they publicize products made in Turkey, and China is all over the place.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting because 2 years in Orlando, they had an area for Singapore that was there. So it'll be interesting to see if they come back. Anyway, it's just, I love going to the show just to see what's there and see what the changes are.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 years, it'll be back in Orlando, or should be back in Orlando.
Right. Okay, great. Okay, let's move on to TRN Terry. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. And yes, it's the Georgia World Congress Trade Center, and that show is so huge. It's only held every 2 years, and that's why it's the largest equipment show in the world. So, and it takes 3 days to walk it, right, Ed? If you don't
Well,
have 3 days to walk it, you're not going to see everyone.
No.
I've been doing it in 2 years, but it's a struggle to get it all done.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's-
So
wow.
what do you do? Do you ride a little moped around the
If
trade
you're
center?
lucky, you can get one in there. No, those are your 2 feet. Those are your 2 feet. Anyways, so speaking of robotics and restaurants and all of that, I am in charge of getting that lead report out to you every single month. We cover the Panhandle all the way down to Key West. Monthly report, guarantee 50 brand new leads every single month. Now we've got almost daily, on a daily basis, folks signing up for this report. People are taking snips of it, giving it to their salespeople. They come back, those salespeople sign up by themselves without telling their company official. It's unbelievable. The gigantic companies that are actually nationwide, and even bigger, even up in Canada, down in Mexico, that get these reports. They're second to none anywhere. I will personally guarantee 50 brand new leads a month. And that's in the under construction category. Lease signed, entering Florida, a lot of those, a lot. We give you the names, phone numbers, owners' names, email addresses, what's going on, where they're at in their phase, and a little column there about when they're opening. Did the lease just get signed? Is it a ground up build? How many bars do they have? Are they oceanfront? Anyways, this is what I do pretty much almost 7 days a week with the crew, but it's a lot. We have multiple resources. Comes in an Excel spreadsheet. You can sort it any way you want. If you want a sample, Terry, TERRI at TRNUSA.com. And for all of you out there, especially the gentlemen whose teams are not in at the Super Bowl, good luck. Have a fun Super Bowl Sunday, no matter. It's hot dogs and homemade chili. So have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Well, Haji disappears, but Haji, it's pizza.
Oh, yeah, right. Pizza.
Okay.
All right, did I miss anybody? No? All right, I'll do mine. I'm Howard Appel. As I said before, I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News, and we provide advertising for the vendors in the restaurant industry in our digital newspaper on our website at trnusa.com. When you go to the website, the newspaper opens up automatically, and you can place an ad in that newspaper. We also offer e-blast marketing, video e-blast marketing, and Terry's Restaurant Leads Report, and our networking groups on Friday morning. So if you are a vendor and you'd like to join us, give us a call at 561-620-8888. And I guess we've come to the end of the meeting. This was a quick meeting.
Mhm.
Appreciate everybody's input. I hope it was helpful to everybody. And we'll see you next week, which is Valentine's Day. So everybody prepared. And have a great week.
Okay.
And
Okay.
sauce be with you.
Thank
Bye.
you.